What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have like and sub, and let's get into this. I cannot keep up with these because as soon as I release a video about Assassin's Creed Shadows, a new development happens. In this case, Ubisoft finally reacting to the massive amount of backlash that they have gotten, and not just from American gamers, but primarily from Japanese gamers, even if they want to lie and say that those were all just white people and Americans using Google Translate to pretend to be Asian. We can see, first and foremost, this Assassin's Creed petition to discontinue Assassin's Creed Shadows, almost hitting its 100,000 signature mark, is created by Shimizu Toru. Over the just outright disrespect that they are paying to, I would say, nebulous at best Yasuke, and actually being a samurai other than just a straight up oddity or you know look, he was big, he was strong, he could speak a little bit of Japanese, and they thought his skin was fake. And amongst other things, including and up to one of their own politicians signaling that he's going to take this before the Japanese diet, the Japanese government. And he was asking people to send in information about what their complaints were. We saw when Ubisoft was at Japan Expo, it was near empty. And then while they were at this expo, they were saying, oh, you can get a sword from Yasuke from the game, and you can get all this stuff from the game. And it turns out that the dolls were Chinese and were available on Amazon. And the sword is actually Zoro's sword from One Piece. And then, again, we had the aid of that original politician saying, oh no, this could really turn into a diplomatic incident. And two of the major things backing, well, aside from the obvious ESG and DEI initiatives that we know Ubisoft has, they had some historians. One is Thomas Lockley. So this is the first one, and he works at Nihon College, and he's British, by the way, so that should tell you that much. Recently, his stuff has basically been taken off of his university's website. Still trying to find out of exactly what's going on with that. And then it's like, okay, they had a second one, this time an actual Japanese historian, Yu Hirayama. But as they continued, and this was my video yesterday, as they sussed that out, he used to be a member of the Japanese Communist Party, and he's a member of one of those groups that's trying to push their culture into the West, and they think Black Samurai is the way to do that. And so that all leads us to what by the time this comes out will be yesterday. They released specifically to the Japanese community, they released an apology. So we're going to go through it. So one, to our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support for the Assassin's Creed stories, which now has its own history spanning almost 20 years. And of those 20 years, you took a lot more respect when adapting specific cultures like Italian or even French. I know you're going to say some people were upset about Unity and some like Robespierre, but by and large, it was far more historically accurate and in line. And again, the narrative that is fantastical would be the Pieces of Eden and the ideology of the Templars and the Assassins. But the games themselves are in a moderately historic time frame. And yes, and they're going to mention, we're just going to continue. I'm not going to read their whole thing. They talk about authenticity. Here's the thing where it's like, yeah. Excuse me. If you go down to the bottom where it says, our team extensively collaborated with external consultants, historians, the two aforementioned ones that have been discredited, one of which a communist, external consultants. Also, we're hearing, of course, much like they added in Odyssey, which was ancient Greece, so perhaps a little bit more forgiving, and in Valhalla, which, all right, they are going to have same-sex romance options, so your male big black Yasuke can have gay sex with other Japanese men. Sure, they're going to love that. And their underage assassin, who they're calling a shinobi, but she should be a kuniochi because that's what a female assassin is. Whatever, they ignored that too. point is like they've used consultants, but it's the wrong consultants, and they've used historians, but it's the wrong historians. So this is where they try and make you not upset at them. Despite these sustained efforts, we acknowledge that some elements in our promotional materials have caused concern with the Japanese community. And the concern would be all the things wrong architecture, Chinese instead of Japanese, etc., etc. So they're sorry about that. And then they basically go on to say, but we've done all the research and we're going to keep doing the research. And so we hope you play our game anyway. And then they really just go on to be like, it's fictional, even though they started, and this is what pissed everyone off. They started off saying that, oh no, it's a fictional game. Or they start off rather saying how historical accurate it is. And then when people complain, they went, oh no, but I mean, it's fictional. Of course, it's fictional. And the defenders, of course, rush in. It's getting destroyed. In the comments, you can see, shout out to Grums here for posting some of the comments of people, translated, of course, but basically they're calling out this for exactly what it is, a PR statement that doesn't actually address, or very broadly goes over. We're like, yeah, sorry, but we're still going to release it. We're not canceling the game. You're still going to get the Black Samurai, and you're going to like it. You're going to like it. And just shout out to Pirate Nation here also for pointing out this is hardly the first time this has happened, where a AAA game has had to release some sort of apology for pandering or messing it up, or releasing a broken product, or releasing a product that then changed. Or it's the reason that AAA video game ban is so important, because it's got to stop. It's got to stop. And unless they go above and beyond, you just can't give these people their money. And this is what it really is. And we wanted this. We wanted a Ghost of Tsushima in Assassin's Creed. It's all you had to do. It's basically what Ghost of Tsushima is an Assassin's Creed game. It would take all you would have to do is put a hidden blade on his wrist and say that he was actually fighting to get a piece of Eden back from the Templars that they stole from his uncle. Bing, bang, boom. Thank you, Assassin's Creed game. But nope. Black Samurai instead. And of course, it wouldn't be a controversy without Alyssa Mercanti making a hit piece on Gamers and saying, no, it was never about anything other than hate, because, of course, this is what pissed off all the Japanese people to begin with, that it wasn't just Gaijin upset about this. It was actual Japanese people upset about their culture being used for, look, this isn't because you want to appeal. This is because of DEI. That's what you want to appeal to, not because you want to appeal to an American or Western audience, or because you think it would be a great point of view character. It's done solely because when this was conceived, George Floyd had just died from a fentanyl overdose. And I said it. And the Summer of Love, by which I mean violent riots were everywhere. And you were kowtowing to the BLM movement, which ended up just being buying large mansions. And they were communist Marxists themselves who fucked off to live with white people in the mansions they bought, leaving everyone else hung out to dry. And now you can't backtrack and give the Japanese people a Japanese samurai and a Japanese Assassin's Creed game, because you look like the hypocrites that you are. So let me know. I mean, am I off the mark here? This seems like it is just backfired. For fuck's sake, cancel #Assassin's Creed Shadows. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're gonna do that, thank you.
Well, bye.